Draco was not like other dragons. He did not care for hoarding gold, breathing fire, or terrorizing humans. He had a different passion: space exploration. Ever since he was a hatchling, he had been fascinated by the stars and the moon, wondering what secrets they held. He dreamed of flying among them, seeing the wonders of the universe with his own eyes. He spent his days studying astronomy, physics, and engineering, using his sharp claws to carve equations and diagrams on the walls of his cave. He also collected books and magazines from human libraries and newsstands, learning as much as he could about the human space program. He admired the humans for their courage and curiosity, even though they were often afraid of him and his kind. One day, he saw an advertisement in a newspaper. That changed his life. It was a call for applicants for the next NASA astronaut class. Draco felt a surge of excitement and hope. He decided to apply, hoping that his unique skills and abilities would make him a valuable candidate. He filled out the online application form, using a fake human name and identity. He also attached a letter explaining his true nature and his reasons for wanting to join NASA. He waited anxiously for a reply, hoping that his application would not be rejected or ignored. To his surprise and delight, he received an email from NASA inviting him to an interview at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. He quickly packed his bags and flew to Houston, hiding his wings and tail under a large trench coat and hat. He arrived at the NASA facility and was greeted by a friendly receptionist who directed him to a conference room where the interview panel was waiting. He entered the room and saw 4 humans sitting behind a table, looking at him with curiosity and suspicion. He took off his hat and coat, revealing his true form. "Hello," he said nervously. "My name is Draco, and I'm a dragon." The humans gasped and stared at him in shock and awe. They exchanged glances, wondering if this was some kind of prank or hoax. One of them spoke up. "Draco, we received your application and your letter. We were intrigued by your story and your qualifications. We decided to give you a chance to explain yourself in person. Why do you want to be an astronaut?" Draco took a deep breath and began to tell them about his lifelong dream of going to space, his love for science and technology, and his admiration for the human space program. He told them how he had learned everything he could about space exploration, how he had mastered various skills and disciplines, and how he had overcome many challenges and dangers in his quest for knowledge. He told THM that he wanted to be an astronaut because he believed that space was the final frontier for both dragons and humans, and that by working together they could achieve great things. He spoke with passion, sincerity, and intelligence, impressing the interviews with his enthusiasm and knowledge. He also answered their questions about his physiology, psychology, and abilities, demonstrating that he was fit and ready for the rigors of spaceflight. He showed them his claws, which could cut through metal and wires, his wings, which could generate lift and thrust, his scales, which could withstand high temperatures and radiation, his eyes, which could see in the dark and in different spectra, his lungs, which could breathe in different atmospheres, and his fire breath, which could be used as a weapon or a tool. The interview lasted for several hours, during which Draco proved himself to be a remarkable candidate. The interviewers were amazed by his performance and personality. They realized that he was not only a dragon, but also an explorer, a scientist, and a friend. They decided to accept him into the astronaut program, making him the first dragon in history to join NASA. They welcomed him with smiles and handshakes, congratulating him on his achievement. They also told him that they had a special mission for him, to fly to the moon with a human crew and plant a flag with both the NASA logo and a dragon emblem on it. Draco was overjoyed by the news. He thanked them for their trust and support, promising to do his best to make them proud. He also expressed his gratitude for their acceptance and friendship, saying that he hoped to learn more about them and their culture. He then left the conference room with a smile on his face and a sparkle in his eyes. He looked up at the sky, where the moon was shining brightly. He felt a surge of excitement and anticipation. He was going to space. He was going to the moon. He was going to make history. The end.